listening, overcoming sales call reluctance, and I thought, you know what better thing to do than to have the meeting based on that today. The other thing is we had a Thursday cold calling event last week, and you know, I was a little bit bummed out because 22 of you signed up for the lotto, but only 7 signed up for the opportunity calls, and then only 6 of you showed up. But the good thing is, hey, for those of you that showed up, congratulations, pat yourself on the back. That's amazing. Great for you stepping up and stepping out of your comfort zone. But, you know, let's talk a little bit more about it. Maybe this will help you overcome the reluctance. So remember, it's a numbers game. You know, if you talk to 10 people 6 days a week, that's 60 a week, 48 work weeks, so not a full 52 weeks, just 48 work weeks at 60 contacts, that's 2,880. And 1% of that could equal 29 transactions. I say could because, you know, some of you guys have higher conversion rates. It is, you know, if I took Eduardo and then I took Anthony to the same listing appointment, you know, chances are that maybe Eduardo might have a higher conversion rate than Anthony, right? Because Anthony is newer in the business, right? And Eduardo's got what, 30 years, 40? I'm sorry, Eduardo. Eduardo's brand new too. He just started yesterday. He's just turned 21. So anyways, so, you know, depending on your conversion rate, you could be closing the 29 transactions. You might be closing more. So it just depends on that. And, you know, the more experienced you are, the more practiced you are, the more trained you are, your commissions might be even higher, right? So just keep that in mind. But if you put in the numbers, you know, I'll tell you this week, I don't think I've talked to any contacts. I didn't go to my regular BJ's dinner that I have on Mondays, so I didn't talk to anybody, right? And today I haven't talked to anybody. So for the week, I'm kind of down on my numbers, not good. So, all right. So number one, you got to have the mindset that you expect that somebody on that end of the phone is going to say, yes, we've thought about doing it. And you guys, I don't know if some of us that came that day were lying or being honest, but there was a couple people that said that they actually got leads and that they actually got appointments. And to tell you, I actually, on the 4th to my last call out of 56 calls, somebody that lives on my block, because I was calling my neighborhood, they said, yeah, we're thinking about selling in the near future. I said, is that in the next, 2 to 3 months? They said, no, it'll be next year. I said, do you mind if I stay in touch with you? They did mention they had a realtor, but I said, do you mind if I stay in touch with you? They said, absolutely, go ahead. And that was it, right? So that's a lead.
You know, to expect the leads, there's something else to that. I'll ask, let me ask Angie. She'll get her attention.
Yeah.
Angie, what real estate agent could you think of that would do the best job out there in our area? Which agent?
Angie.
Huh?
In this area?
You?
I would say me.
Me? Yeah. Dave, what about you? Is there somebody?
Grim Team.
Grim Team.
Yeah.
There's nobody. Tim?
Oh, I hate to say it, but I think it's a challenge.
If you go with
Yeah.
Grim Team too.
If you're talking about this area, carry obedience.
Oh gosh, no, you. Come on.
You want a Fed.
So yeah, you're the best agent on the call, and you should expect
That's how
that
you
somebody,
expect the leads because you're the best. You are the best to help them.
and you should have the mindset that, hey, somebody's gonna do something, and I think that's what we said the other day, and expect that you're gonna get, a commission from making these phone calls. Number 2, screw up over and over and over again. You know what? If you don't do it, you're not going to screw up because you're not doing it, right? So go out and do it. It's okay to mess up. Just keep going, You're seeing, Tom Brady, lately he hasn't been playing that good, but in the past, right, he's been really good. He's got, did you say 6 or 7? 7 championships, right? The reason I don't count the 7th is because it wasn't with the Patriots, but anyways, he started at one point not knowing anything, right? And even Kobe Bryant said it. Kobe Bryant said that he would go to like a summer camp and everybody else was better than him, so he just worked harder on himself and then came back and beat everybody. So you got to start by screwing up. Number 3, stand when you do the calls, smile, and it's okay. Accept that you're nervous. There's nothing wrong with that. Jerry Lewis of Martin and Lewis used to say, If you're not nervous, you're either a liar or a con artist or something, but you're not a professional, you know? So you know, Barbara Streisand, when she'd go up on stage, does anybody know this story?
Yeah.
She would throw up before going on stage and performing. Barbara Streisand, right? So it's okay to be nervous. You know what? And sometimes even being nervous might get you to talk a little faster, or you just might, you know, go through the whole script, and it's okay. It's all right. With time, you won't be nervous. Yeah.
You know, too, is for me, I'm not telemarketing like that, but I'm farming, and believe it or not, I'll just start coming up with excuses why I shouldn't be doing it today. And, you know, it's too windy, it's too cold, my legs sore, but
Nobody's home.
I get out there and I do it anyway. I push myself, and it feels so much better. You know, you're kind of like at first, same thing. You start calling, and it starts feeling good, and you forget about that nervousness and stuff. It's just doing it.
Yeah.
Getting out there and doing it.
And like I said, you guys, accidents happen, yes? I don't like to pick on Tamara on it again, but one day she does an open house, but she was kind of like not completely sold on doing it and whatever. And what happens? There's people already on the porch wanting to see it, and she sells it. So, you know, if you're on the phone, you never know. If you're on those calls, you might run into somebody by accident, and you're not even ready, and they'll say, yeah, I actually do want to sell my house. So think help, not bother. You know what? You're calling out there. You know, like that lady said, she goes, you know what? We've been tossing it around with our realtor. We've been tossing it around with our realtor, right? What if you're calling Cerritos 2-story houses, and these people are old and they're having trouble with their knees, and they think, you know, yeah, we need to downsize the size, right? We need to get a single level, but they're not taking action on it. And you call, and they go, you know what? There's a reason you called. You needed to be the call that would cause us to take action. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's see if the numbers make sense, right? So if you're thinking help, I'm calling to help people. I'm not bothering them. See, the thing is, when I think of cold calling, I think of my parents at the dinner table, and the phone rings, and my dad going, who the hell is it now? You know, who's calling at dinner, right? But don't think that way. Think that you're helping, right? You're solving a problem for somebody. So number 5, don't read the script, act the script. And I shared this with some of you on Thursday when we called. Is, you know, actors are the number 1 people that use scripts, right? And you don't have Robert De Niro or whoever you like as an actor. You don't have them going, Johnny, put your hands up. You're under arrest. They don't do that. They go, Johnny, put your hands up. You're under arrest, right? So don't read the script, act the script, you know? Hi, this is Benny Chavez of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I just sold a home over on Downey Avenue, and we know that when one home sells, usually 1 or 2 more sell right after. So let me ask you, Mr. Eduardo Morales, when do you plan on moving, right? So you gotta have the inflection and the tonality and the voice to you know, act the script out. Don't just read it. Number 6, slow down, right? Sometimes I need to hear this. Slow down, because sometimes we want to rush through it and get off the call, and that's not the point. I was listening to a thing yesterday about calling, and the guy says they were using a 3-line dialer, and then they had some agents using a 1-line dialer, right? The 3 lines calling, you know, fast numbers getting through it. The other one's just calling one at a time. And they said, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to say I did 300 calls? Or do you want to say I had 5 conversations out of 50 calls, right? I'd rather have conversations over dials, right? Dials, oh yeah, I dialed 500 numbers. Well, how many people did you have actual conversations with? 2. How many numbers did you dial? I dialed 50, but I had, you know, 3 real conversations. So slow down with when you're talking, you know, don't rush through it. And sometimes it's happened to me, I'm going fast, and the people are like, what did you just say? Can you say that again? So slow down, don't forget that. Number 7, this one Bruce Mohorn used to say to us a lot, because he was going around selling bleach door to door, and he, you know, they would tell him, no, go away, we're not interested. And he would take it personal, and he'd cry and whatever, and you know, when they go home, he would be upset and whatever. And his dad would tell him, Bruce, it's not you. It's the product. They don't want bleach. They don't need it, right? It's okay. Not everybody needs or wants to sell or buy right now, right? Not everybody needs to do that. Not everybody's moving. And you know, on some of these calls, I get that. Hey, Benny, you know what? Thank you for actually, Tamara heard that one day. It was when the first day we started calling. Some lady was really nice on the phone. She goes, hey, you know what? I appreciate you calling, but we're staying put for a couple of years here. We're gonna wait and see how things go for the next few years. Great. Hey, thank you for taking the call. I really appreciate you thinking about it. You know, so understand that it's not you. It's just, you know, they don't need to do anything right now. Number 8, make it fun. Why not buy an hourglass and tell yourself, hey, you know what? If anything, I'm not going to do 4 hours of cold calling. I'm going to do an hour. Get an hourglass, flip it over, and start doing it. And you know what? Something to look at in between the calls when they're not answering. The other thing is a penny jar. You could have like a stack of pennies, and every time you have a conversation, throw a penny into the jar, right? And now you know, wow, I had that many conversations without, you know, crossing them out or whatever. And, you know, make it fun. Try to make it fun and make it, you know, like an exercise for yourself. All right, number 9, don't forget that you are moving the local and global economy. Do you guys remember when you first read your real estate principles? I could have swore like in the first 2 paragraphs, it said that you move the local economy and global economy. You know, I can't remember. I don't know what the number is recently, but I could have swore that they said about $75,000 in your local economy moves when you close a sale, because people will go to Home Depot, and then you know you generated local tax for the city and for the county, and obviously you earned an income, another agent earned an income, the escrow people made money, title made money. So, I mean, think about that, right? Many people are affected financially in a positive way when you make a sale, right? That's way better than, you know, serving somebody fries at McDonald's, I think, right? Do you agree, Mr. Morales?
Yes, sir.
So, role play, practice, and replay. So, you know, just going back to it, you guys, you got to role play, right? Again, Thursday, we're going to do the calls again. So we're going to meet here at 8:30. If you want to come again and do it again, we're going to role play at 8:30, and we'll start calling from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And, you know, we'll practice the scripts as well. And then replay, what they're saying is just, you know, if you have a way to record yourself, if you have a dialer, there's an automatic recorder on there. But if not, if you have like a handheld recorder, just hear yourself, right? Listen to yourself. All the pros, yes, after the game, they immediately go back and watch their performance. What could I have done better? What, you know, I could have slowed down here. I could have moved a little bit faster. I could have done these things, yeah.
You know what's interesting is Mojo Dialer is the one that dials three people at a time.
Correct.
They actually have a feature on that you have to pay extra, but it records your conversations.
Yeah.
And after you're done with your session, you can go back and listen to yourself talking and giving your sales pitch.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up something that you're not saying or doing. Yeah.
And it's an extra 10 to $15 on Mojo. You guys, Tom Ferry endorses, and so if I've said this to you guys in other meetings, on Facebook, there's a group called Lab Code Agents, and they talk about everything real estate, scripts, what's going on in the market. They even have forms that they create. It's free for you to sign up. Lab Code Agents on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. But Lab Code Agents and Tom Ferry endorse Espresso Agent, which is another dialer. And I signed up for Espresso Agent this morning. And if you'd like to sign up for it, I thought it was great. It's $259 to sign up for the dialer. Plus, it gives you the local property search, plus for sell by owner and expired leads. But the thing is, once you click on it to sign up, if you commit to 12 months, not paying 12 months up front, just committing that you're going to pay 12, monthly, they'll knock it down to $199, which I thought was a great deal. It also has a recorder on there. It has scripts. It's the dialer and all the leads. And I've been watching a lot of things on YouTube where a lot of the top agents are using this instead of Mojo. So check that out. It's called Espresso Agent. if you're interested. So, all right, please join us on Thursday, you guys. We'll be here at 8:30, role play, practice our scripts, and then we jump on the phones 9 a.m. to 10. I promise you, talking to people is the main ingredient to being successful in this business. And what better way to do it than by doing outbound calls? So let's have a great rest of the week, and let's kick some butt. Thank you.
If you don't do it, Benny,
Well, then you'll just stay where you're at.
you'll know you're not going to get nothing.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything. All right.